first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. John Johnson, one of the leading tacklers from the safety position in the NFL, there to make the stop.
At the 18-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. 49er fans likely holding their breath watching Garoppolo scramble, but that time it pays off. He's in one piece, and he's got the first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Out right to Bourne. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
2 yards on the pickup.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Super one. 54, Mike, 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Goff's throw into the hands of Henderson. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's gone. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
First and 10 at the 26.
54. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I know he ain't got it.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
180. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's go. Go, Brown. Touch.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said.
He's got a man complete. He's at the 30, 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, 82 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
This will be taken about the 12. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Goff. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Corey Littleton came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 48 yards. It's a great throw right there, and really showed a lot of confidence in his receiver.
He certainly did. Ball was in the air a long time, but he counted on the adjustment that we saw near the end of the play. As that ball was descending, who was going to come down with it? He counted on his guy, and he gambled correctly.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
13.
On 2nd and inches, Garoppolo. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2nd down and goal. Garoppolo. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Goff now looks to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Well, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st down, gone. Open man right side is Cup, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Goff throwing again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That could be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To the air again. Gone. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. So we come upon halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in this.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he caught it up. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
We go to that. Right 20. Let's go one more.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, 26 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen, but just had 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Cooks has it over the middle. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Cooks now in his 2nd season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards.
Push him back.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Johnny Hacker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Here we go.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And I would say they went 3-and-out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3-and-out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1-and-out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
At the 32-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hold on. Check. Check 3.
Here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Gone. Going up top for Kupp. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And the ball is knocked out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Let's get off the field. Shell. Five.
Out of the gun. Gone. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, lift. Mike, 54. Come on, D.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo, the tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
12. I can't believe they even let you play. 58. Bravo. 58.
Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Here we go.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
Box drop. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And now look at him go. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now it's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now it's gone. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Rams, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week.